Most of the time, many of you know me, and most of the time with a big smile on my face, and love to talk about many things like football and developing leadership. But this is difficult times in Israel, and I will start kind of an update mentioning several people that unfortunately my organization lost in the last 2 weeks. The first one is Hagit Rafaeli Mishkin, a 48 years old mother from Hod HaSharon, that grew up in Green Horizons, was a guide in Green Horizons, and she's a mother today of 3 kids. One of them is a participant in Hod HaSharon. Aner Shapira, 21 years old, alumni from Jerusalem, that jumped on a grenade to save his friends from the unit. Amit Peled, who is 21 years old from Haifa, who served in Egoz and was on the first battle helping Niroz. Captain Roy Chappell from the Nachal Brigade that fell on the first battle around Be'eri. Second, Tomer Shoham from Srigim that also was in the same battle as Roy Chappell. And the last one that I think most of you heard is 12 years old Noya Dan, was a participant and a JNF-USA recipient of the scholarships in Eshkol. And Noya Dan was not a soldier. She was a 12 years old kid that they're living, just was sleeping at a grandmother in Niroz and was killed just for that. Our organization is very complicated to go from funeral to funeral with people that we knew for many, many years and people that we just knew for 2 years, like Noadan. As the war started, we understood that it's a bigger thing than that anything we faced until now. We understood that as an organization, although we lost 70% of our staff to reserve duty all around Israel, we understood that we need to help where we can. And our specialty is to work with kids and youth. And we understood that everywhere in Israel, the entire Israel is in trauma. And the entire Israel is now under attack. A rocket fell outside of my daughter, where I live, at the center of Israel. Rockets fell in Rehovot. Rockets fell up north. It's an entire country under trauma with what happened in the Gaza envelope and what's happening continuously with this war. And we understood that in order to help, we need to work with our kids that are part of Green Horizons, but also use our tool, which is educating kids through the outdoors, to help them face that trauma. So in few months or years from now, they will not suffer from post-trauma stress disorder. And the US Army, for many, many years, that's their best tool of helping soldiers coming from war, just taking them to the outdoors and let them regain that confidence of being and help them not fear for going outside, because now that's what's happening here in Israel. All of our guides that are not called to the army and all of our gap year guides and everyone are spread around Israel from north to south and guiding in places that are for the evacuees, and I'll touch it in a few moments, and with kids, of regular kids from the neighborhood. And Gary, if you can show the slides, I gathered several pictures from the activities that we are doing. It's just giving them to be a little bit kids and taking it to outside. What you see is pictures from up north, from Bet Shean, where lots of the evacuees, also from Sderot and Ofakim, were sent there, and kids from the neighborhood. And now kids from up north are going, We started working with kids with special needs that are suffering the most in Beersheba and in Mitzpe Ramon. And the last thing that I will say, that less than an hour ago, I came back from the Dead Sea. We're one of the largest number of evacuees was sent to stay there. Around 9,000 people from that area. And I can share with you that almost 2 years ago, I was standing on the border with Ukraine and Poland. And I was volunteering in Ukraine. And some of the scenes that I saw there on the faces of the people and the way that the people are living, although it's the Dead Sea, although there are hotels there, were reminding me a lot of what happened there. I went in the first day. This is my second day being there. I went to the David Hotel where Kibbutz Be'eri is staying. And I can share with you that the people there are kind of dead people walking, kids and adults. And to see so many good people and so many good friends that were living there, that what they faced are unimaginable events. And I served many years in the IDF, and I was in very, let's say, harsh situation. But something like that, I will never imagine in my life that can happen. And what we are doing in the Dead Sea today, it's thanks to JNF. We got a request from the Eshkol region for our friend Michal Uziyahu and others. They said that the only thing that they think that can happen there and what the kids are needed is stability and to build kind of a routine and to take them outdoors. So we sent on Sunday, yesterday, a group of 4 guys that are sleeping there in a tent, because that's not a problem for someone that grew up in our organization. And each morning they're going to one of the hotels and just doing Green Horizons groups and Green Horizons activity, taking the kids outdoors for 2 to 3 hours and just building their confidence in life and confidence in the world. Because what they faced, it's evil. And they need to build that confidence back. And that's what we're trying to do. And thanks to JNF, we are able to do it in the Dead Sea, and hopefully we'll get in few days to Eilat, and then to Ramat Negev, and then to every place that evacuees need us. We will be there for those kids and youth that I think suffer the most. And last, and I will say it from a personal perspective, before I will finish. I can tell you that if I can ask any one of you one thing, it's, I saw many things that are written all over the world that I saw it. No, your Israeli friends are not okay. That's the truth. And any of you that have friends in Israel, reach out to them. Say, are they okay? Tell them that you are with them. I get messages and phone by hundreds every day, and that's what helps us. And I know most of you are doing it, and that's what's strengthened us, that we have people around the world that are supporting us and are with us in, I think, the most difficult hour of Israel. And for that, I can thank all of you. And I hope you continue supporting, because I have to tell you that JNF was the first to help the people, the first organization, much before the government, much before any other organization came to help. And we need it now, because we are not in a place, and not in the same Israel, and not in the same world that we were living before October 7th. So thank you, everyone, and I hope to see you in better circumstances and it will be able to go back and smile and be with each other. So thank you.
So